Hello there, it's me, Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 8 of Crusader Kings 3 as Mercia, heading our way up to the Empire of Britannia. And there isn't really much more to do right now than just sort of play on and take the events as they come. Try and make sure we've actually got enough money to do some stuff. We've lost quite a lot of prestige, so we're just going to basically play through the events and just, well, I guess wait for this ruler to die so he can be replaced with his heir. A warm welcome. Every guest is gathered in the Great Hall, and our gracious host, Earl Leofhelm, has welcomed us to the feast. No immediate effects there. Good stuff. I'll probably go up to speed 4 while there's not an awful lot going on. May even go up to speed 5 if it doesn't make the recording go too weird. Somebody's little face just popped up there for a second. I don't know what all that was about. I might consider getting involved into another war. This area here should belong to us. So we may see if we can go ahead and grab that at some point. Let's just have a quick look here at what wars we can declare. I've got 2 criminals I can imprison, actually. You're the adulterer. There's no point bothering with that. Okay, so the Prince Rodri of Gwynedd and Northumberland. I mean, they are all places that I'd like to take. Gwynedd is this one here. I would like this stuff. You have no allies. You're vastly inferior. Cannot afford the cost of this war. So we take a fame penalty. Because this war would cost us prestige. So what about if we went for Northumberland? It's because that'd be a holy war. So it's this that we want here, just the county, really. Vastly inferior. He does have allies. Not strong ones, though. I think we go for that. So we're going to do that, and what I am going to do here, and this is something that obviously people have mentioned it a couple of times, it is something that I'm aware of, which is where you go to your military screen and you can actually set your rally point. So you can set your rally point and then you can tell it where you want that rally point to be. So I can just do this one, so that's the green rally point. And I think we can go ahead and remove a rally point. Yeah, remove rally point. And one thing that I was looking for here is the raise local armies. You have to do it from the rally point screen. You can raise just the local army. So it raises all armies that are the closest to this particular rally point. But it still like raises everything up. But we're going to raise our army here. So everybody will get raised over on the north side. And then that means we can march straight in. Just makes things a little bit quicker. Means we can hopefully get the drop on them before they have a chance to do too much. They are bringing in their allies. I'm not going to bring my allies in right now. Simply because I can't afford the prestige hit. So we're not going to bother with that. This is only a single county, so we should be able to siege it out nice and quickly. Now, we are at war with this guy up here. So we may have to go and jump on some of his territory just to sort of keep him out of things, which I think will be fine. He doesn't have a huge number of troops. If you're going to throw in 100 at a time, that's going to be great for us. To the benign Petty King Bergrid of Mercia, I've been corresponding with your Chancellor, and I must say that I have come to see you in a new light. Perhaps you are even someone that I would one day be proud to call my friend. So this is nobody in particular to me, really. Oh, that's fine. He just gained some opinion of us, so that's all right. It's because we actually have a decent Chancellor now. Because it's our son. 2021 diplomacy. Yep, come on. Throw in another 83. Please do. Let's just kill your armies like 100 men at a time. No, we've got a wall breach now. So that's going to speed things up. Obviously, we're not going to get a lot of war score here. We've actually captured the enemy steward as well. That's nice. Are you going to send that one guy in, are you? How are things going on with this siege? 12-day siege events. Now, there are some guys heading Yeah, you're moving some guys around. Oh, we're 100% already. But that we don't even... I keep forgetting that this is not EU4. You don't have to siege out all of the allies. You just have to completely siege out the war leader or the war target. So we enforce demands, and now we gain Northumberland. I'm going to go ahead and disband the troops right there. And I think I can land my son. I think that is safe to do. I think it's safe to land him because it would be a lower level title, and that is part of the... Well, I'm not the King of England anyway, but he could theoretically create the Duchy of Northumbria. So got to be careful there. I think for the time being I'm going to leave him unlanded just because it's safer and I don't like surprises. So we will give it to... who's got some decent stewardship that isn't my steward? You're a good steward actually. Your mind is touched. So if we go ahead and give it to you, you might actually build it up. We do have some prisoners that we can ransom off, so let's go ahead and do that because yay money. Oh, 100 gold for this one. Very nice. Oh, I'm paused. That's why nothing's happening. So we'll just wait for that. Yep, paid us 100 and 10 for you. Not fantastic, but that's put us back over to 200 gold. So that war was worth it. It cost us 40 piety, but we've gained a county and we actually got an extra 110 gold out of it. Less what we paid for raising the armies, but it was definitely a net gain. So Cumberland I would like to take as well, because that is part of de jure part of England. We've got a few events. Let me just put that. Let's work through all the events. Everything's happening at the same time. Making acquaintances. Bernard seemed to enjoy our latest feast immensely. Got along quite well with everyone he spoke to, even the adult guests. Well, Gregarious is good because it's more diplomacy and more personal scheme power. I don't want to gain stress. And I don't really want him to be lustful, so I think that's fine. Greetings, my beloved liege. I hereby invite you to a feast. Yes, bring on the food. Yeah, okay, the feast begins. Right, I want to stay paused because I'm trying to work out the line of... yeah, you're independent, but I cannot declare war on you because I do not yet have a CB. Now, if I can actually create the Kingdom of England, we'll automatically have CBs on anyone that is in the English area, including these two provinces here, so maybe I want to wait on that. I could start declaring war on this guy up here, but then we are literally just declaring war on Scotland. Wessex is still getting strong. What about Cornwall? Because Cornwall's actually got some land over here as well. Yeah, no CB. So the choices are now, do I try and save up that 700 gold in an effort to create the duchy, the extra duchy and then the Kingdom of England? Or do I use that money and invest it into my current holdings? Because at the moment, my current holdings are not particularly great. We're not making a lot of money, and it would be nice to make some more. So I think that is mostly what we need to do. We are still working on those crop fields. They're not done yet. Getting some more levies could also be useful. We've actually got a barracks down there. What could we build here? More garrison. I mean, just these farms and fields tend to be worth it. They are 150 gold, but... I think we need to build at least one more. So we'll go ahead and do that. We've unlocked a new lifestyle perk. So we've actually got strategist now. We unlocked that one last time. So we're not at war. We don't necessarily want to go down for gallant. Dread gain, again, not all that useful for us because of our traits. Siege progress against revolts. I don't think we've had any revolts in this game so far. Unlikely we're going to get some in the lifetime of this ruler. Things have been pretty good. Faction military power threshold for vassals. I'm not sure we've had any factions either. Extra fort level, and enemy occupants do not lower control. I mean, that's nice. Army gold maintenance reduced by 15%. Yeah, we need to go down that side of the tree. So we'll keep working on that. We're actually making a decent amount. Stress. We're making a decent amount of stress. So we need to try and do something to rid ourselves of that. We are still making money. We're still slowly creeping up in prestige. What do we have in terms of our children? You are still unmarried. Can we marry you off to anybody important or influential? How old are you? You're 68. You're still hanging on. Your heir is this guy. You're married. You have a son. There's a princess there. Do you have a daughter? Your daughter's 21 and married. Just trying to find somebody that we can marry our son off to, potentially, and get this French... You're 9. Will not accept. Still have too many existing alliances. That's fine. What about if we just arrange the marriage then and just get him somebody who is relatively decent? Find a spouse. You are currently 13. I guess find a spouse, you're always going to get somebody who is... I guess, yeah, we can just wait until he comes of age. There's no real urgency to marry him off now. And it's much easier to see what somebody's stats and traits are once they've come of age in terms of the wife. So we don't necessarily want to betroth him to a child because we don't know what that child's traits are going to be by the time they're an adult. So we'll just wait on that one. You've finished increased control. That is great. There's probably a lot more places that need... Yeah, definitely needs work up here. That's going to take you 4 years, which is still an annoyingly long time, but it'll do its job. I am, for the time being, going to move the rally point back down to Warwickshire. And remove this one. We have a call to war. I was expecting one sooner or later. This is from the King of Alba. He's trying to conquer the Viking guy up there. I'm going to say yes. Why wouldn't I? We are going to raise... this is going to cost me money. Yeah, we're going to raise all armies. I should have left the... I should have left the rally point up here, but to be honest, I wasn't actually expecting a war at this point. Let's go in there, because that's enemy territory that we can easily jump on. And then potentially we can get over here and grab that as well. I'm not too sure how large his forces are. He's got 4,000 men. So he's alright. There's the crop fields done in Warwick. Child benefits from spouse's tutelage. Nice. He is moving some men around. We will keep our eye on them. So yeah, we're making... I'm not making any gold at the moment. Taking some attrition here. We do have a wall breach. Siege events are now down to 16 days. Now down to 12 days. We've got a large wall breach. Not actually at war with these guys. I'm not too sure what's going on there. It looks like Alba's winning this quite easily, if I'm honest. So I don't think we've got too much to worry about. I did want to participate. Yeah, we're losing 4.4 gold monthly, which is not great. One thing I want to try in this, which I haven't actually tried in CK3, used to work in CK2, is... Can I siege out a... Is that a bishopric? It's a temple, yeah. Can I siege out a temple? Will I get anything from it? Because technically we already control the land. And there is loot there. But there's nothing going on, so... Yeah. Not too sure how it works in CK3. If anyone knows the answer, please do tell me. I know it was a lot more... It was a lot more straightforward in CK2. You basically just... I mean, I think we did gain some money from that, actually. Yeah, we gained 17 gold from occupying it. In CK2, it seemed to make a lot more sense because you just sieged down individual holdings. So this war's already at 10%. I'm going to dive over here and hopefully siege that out. And then we can potentially march over from Northern Ireland and cross over at the Straits. Now that should be good for us, because I should have somewhere... Well, it's part of strategist, isn't it? Crosses water without advantage penalties. So we can take straight crossings and just go straight into enemy troops. Don't have to worry about it. Probably... Who controls these? Ulster. So yeah, we might just nip over here from Carrickfergus and just jump into Scotland. Cut across Northern Ireland. I haven't got a war breach here. No, we did. No, we haven't. No, we haven't got a war breach. This is a fort level 2. We should still be effective against fort level 2. Probably time we got up to 30 onagers, actually. Well, that was over nice and quick. So, yeah, let's get this army just over there. We've taken prisoners. 31% now. That's decent going. Or I could just try and barrel into their troops. Win one decent fight against them. Could be enough to set them back. Are they coming in here to unsiege, or... I'm not too sure. Now, can I siege this? No, because I'm not at war with the person who controls it. So let's move in here and take this engagement. It should be in our favour quite easily. We will take some losses, but that will reduce our maintenance slightly. Yeah, their skirmishers aren't doing particularly well here, but our archers are doing very well. Though they do have pikemen in there. But yeah, that battle's definitely going in our favour. Now you're moving out to sea. That's put us on 50%. There isn't really much else here that we can siege out, because most of it is controlled by others. Oh, there is this one here, I suppose. Oh no, we are sieging something now. Yeah, lots of combat going on all over the place. Betrothed can marry, which is our son. We're married to you. Yeah, we're going to have some decent stewardship coming in here, sure. Alliance formed with Count Louis of Ballac. And, and you are... Yeah, that was your sister. So our son is married to the sister of the heir of Francia, or West Francia. So when the king dies, and if our ruler dies, then our current heir will be married to the sister of the Frankian king. So the king of Francia will be our brother-in-law when we move to the next generation. So that's not a bad alliance to have, if things stay as they are. Who is this? Our vassal and knight. I'm sparring with one of my soldiers, sweat beading on my forehead, when I experience the uncanny sensation of being watched. Looking over my shoulder, I spot my vassal, Earl Ethelred. Is that right? Ethelred, who waves at me. I walk over and greet him. We talk about our weapon practice for a while, trading tricks and advice. Just as I am about to leave for another round, Earl Ethelred's face lights up and he suggests we practice together. Challenge accepted. Or I would rather not. Well, if I don't, he'll lose opinion of me, boo-hoo. But I would also lose prestige, and I don't want to do that. Or possible outcomes from the duel. We gain 100 martial lifestyle experience and gain practice duel for 5 years. Which gives us +1 prowess. Or he gains the advantage in the duel and we only gain 50 martial lifestyle experience. So 50-50. Oh wow, actually something that adds up to 100. Well done, Paradox. It's a win-win for both of us. Either way, we're going to get at least 50 martial lifestyle experience. So we'll do it. The sounds of the axe clashing against sword echoes between the courtyard walls. All eyes are on us and everyone wants to see their petty king fight his vassal. The crowd applauds as I lunge. Their admiration makes me bold. Instead of pulling back, I attempt a new technique I've been practicing. The movements flow through me and into my axe if we were one. Earl Ethelred is defenceless before me. Let's end it here well fought. I gain 75 prestige. He gains 20 opinion of me for 10 years. Or I'll show him not to challenge me again, and I gain 11 dread. Absolutely no point having the dread, as we've already discussed. That's because I am compassionate, which means I've got -15 natural dread and plus 100% dread decay. So it's completely pointless. And we're 3/4 of the way now to getting another lifestyle experience point. We're unpaused. We are still sieging. This war is currently at 61%. There are a few hostile troops still bobbing around up here, but I think that's okay. I mean, Alba's got more than enough to go take them out. We might end up with a unified Scotland here, which means once we form England, we'll probably end up going to war with Alba for Scotland, but we'll see how that works out if it comes to that. Still controlling all of those territories, so that's fine. And still taking attrition, but it is what it is. 40 days left on this siege. Lots of boats moving around. Lots of losing money, actually. So I'd really like to get out of this as soon as possible. Because it's just costing me money. But this is the reason why I really need to build up my holdings. Because at the moment, I don't even have enough... I don't even have enough money to keep my army up. Right, if I move over here, can I actually siege it back? Yes, we can siege it. So we did get a little bit of money from the siege. We've captured some prisoners here. I can ask my head of faith for gold. I'm always going to do that whenever I can. Don't have anybody that I can ransom off. So yeah, that's cost us a bit of prestige, but that's alright. Well, a bit of piety. We're actually back into positive prestige now, finally. So, maximum 2 months left on this. We do have a wall breach. We might get a large breach. And we do, excellent. Didn't really reduce the time by much, but... You're now you're sieging that back, which I disapprove of. Bjornred comes of age. With his coming of age, my tuition of Bjornred is at its end. With sufficient tutelage, even a child that displayed little natural inclination towards warfare, such as Bjornred, come to truly understand it. He has shown great aptitude, both in battle tactics and the management of armies. He will make a fine commander one day, I am sure. So he is a skilled tactician. Great. But now he has come of age, we can actually try and find him a wife. Someone with decent stewardship wouldn't be too bad. Now, he's only 16, so I'd prefer to get someone who's around about the same age. What about alliance? Mind you, I don't necessarily want him to have alliance power because he is going to be a pretender to the throne if we play as our current ruler. Could marry him off to somebody in Wales, I suppose. Got decent martial. We don't want to make him too strong. That's the other... Always a gamble that you play with Crusader Kings, because it's like, do I want to make my siblings and heirs strong? Because I'll only end up probably playing as one of them, and then the others will be pretenders, and they might be so strong I have trouble fighting them. Or I could make them really weak, but then that's problematic if I end up then playing as them. So, yeah, it's a little weird. We could marry you off to someone from Aragon there. Currently located in Cumberland. You got some diplomacy. Yeah, marry you off there. I think that's fine. Okay, so we need to get out of this war. Simply because it's costing us far too much money. You gladly accept the proposal of marriage. That's fine. So yeah, we're going to have to go back. There's no way we're going to get there in time to stop that siege from happening. So we've just got to make a peace with that one. We are 1 day left on this one, which means we can actually move in here and just knock that army out. Which is what I intend to do. Marshal impresses vassal. Our acquaintance has died. Prisoner has died in my dungeons. So yeah, let's go and siege that first. I guess we don't have anyone we can ransom. We do not. Yes, I would love to stop losing all of this money. New lifestyle perk available. Right, before we do anything else, lifestyle perk. Minus 15% gold maintenance. What are we paying currently? 3.6 gold per. And yeah, so now that goes down to 2. Yes, that's much, much better. We have a child of my dynasty. So this is my grandson. So this will be the heir of my heir. So that's your son. And let's particularly pick him. So he's got +1 diplomacy, but let's pick him to go towards Marshall. We'll choose that focus for him. And when he's old enough, I will educate him. I mean, I might be able to do it now, but we'll see if that works. Let's unpause, because I'd like to try and get this war over before the end of this video, if that's at all possible. I will go up to speed 4. I don't think that this war is particularly a risk where we need to slow it down. And we won. So he manages to see... So Alba seizes all territory that is part of whatever that place is that I can't pronounce. And he becomes Alba's vassal. Alba gains 150 fame. So I was the only ally, and I contributed 100% towards the Allies' war score. That gives me 150 prestige, 100 opinion with the King of Alba, so that is quite nice. So we're not at war anymore. Let's disband the armies, save some money. Actually back into positive prestige now. That is really nice. And I think that was quite decent, actually. So let's have a look at the map now. Yeah, so Alba's actually expanded quite a little bit. I'd like to take Cumberland still. I believe that is the Scottish border right there. Yeah. So providing I can take Cumberland, then I'll be as far north as the Scottish border. So it may be that we need to actually start getting a CB over there, and I think that is what we'll do. They do unfortunately cost money, but let's go and start fabricating a claim over there and see if we can take that. But that's a good enough place to end the video, so thanks a lot for watching. I hope you are still enjoying Crusader Kings 3. If you are, please do consider leaving a like on the video, because it really helps out. I will see you next time, and until then, goodbye for now.